Oh, good morning, poetry freaks. Welcome to Breakfast Poetry Live. I didn't think it was going to happen. My phone croaked in the middle of the night. It won't charge. I don't know. So I'm using my husband's laptop, but I couldn't get it to go at first because while I was trying to do it to Instagram, that was my folly. Everything wanted to send a push notification to my phone, which doesn't work, and I couldn't get my own laptop to do StreamYard. So here we are. Oh my gosh, such as it is. Well, anyway, welcome to Breakfast Poetry Live. We got to start. I have everything packed up because I was going to try when I got to school. Now I don't have to do that. We're going to do the Daily Baroness, but I've got all my little cans and buckets in my bag. So I got my Daily Baroness can here. Here we go. Got one right in my hot little hand. Harpsichords, Metallic Howl from the poem Equinox. And that is our Daily Baroness for this day, whatever day it is, Wednesday. That's Baroness Elsa von Freytag Loringhoven, first American Dada, walking work of art, I always say, lived 1874 to 1927, wrote very free poetry, very sensual poetry, and very inspiring, a just delicious character. And every day of National Poetry Month, we just pulled a little snippet of her poems for some inspiration. All right, next, I have done a Frank O'Hara portrait. He is our poet of the week, according to what we drew from To Sylvia's Press, Poets Tarot. There's Frank on the phone. That's the same pose used in his tarot card from Poets Tarot, and I didn't want to do the same pose, but I loved it. I looked at all the images, and that was my favorite. So here's Frank on the phone. Our 50s and 60s poet, wrote lunch poems, wrote Meditations in an Emergency, and we've done a Read One, Write One from him on Monday. And he also inspired my poem today. And it's time to read yesterday's poem. Every day a poetry prompt on Breakfast Poetry Live, various ways that we do it. Yesterday's prompt was, well, Tuesday is always the Baroness is our poetic mood, and that's how we get our prompt, by rolling some dice for a few lines and words I pulled out of her work. Prompt, poetic mood, the Baroness, and our poetic mood was this green ponderous night, and our word was hell junk, all one word. Since before the storm, this water sat in the workplace coffee machine. A ponderous green sky could mean tornado conditions round my way. The mind, the chest, awash in hell junk, but the spring leaves glitter with morning sun. No almighty machinery can stop them. They are all dolled up and prepared for a little madness. Actually, not the poem I intended to read. I did a take two. This one has the inspiration from Frank O'Hara. I drive to church on my lunch break and smoke in the parking lot. I see the hell junk in this, the ponderous green cruelty. I see I am entitled in this, like a ponderous green night. Third graders will annoy you. This is my horoscope. Oh, swell. I've eaten my oat bran and various vegetables. Still I cough like a foghorn. My fortune cookie says, you will hear your stomach gurgle in the kitchen and mistake it briefly for an owl. Thank you for digging today's poem, which was yesterday's poem. I will write another when we get a prompt for that occasion. All right, but I do want to read a poem from Frank O'Hara that I discovered yesterday and put somewhere. Oh, it might still be in my bag, and it might be missing. And you know what? If it is missing, here's what I'm going to do. Let me just make sure. I'm going to go get my Frank O'Hara big book from the other room, and you will enjoy my couch. Maybe you can see the picture of my son when he was very nervous 11-year-old drinking his tea in San Francisco. Frank is right here, but I do have to consult the index. Wow, thank you for your patience. Lines for a fortune cookie. Yes, there's my little lad. There he is. He's 20 now, much less nervous than he used to be. So here we are. We're going to do lines for fortune cookies, or whatever it's called. I'm going to just find out. I don't know why it's not showing up. I know it's lines from a fortune cookie. What a day, what a day, what a day. All right, well, I'm going to consult fortune cookie. It's a great, I just had the paper. Here's our picture of Frank and his Poets Tarot card. No, I didn't mark that. So there it is. That is the portrait. I will flip through my other thingy and see if it's in there. Where on earth? I apologize. You know what? As the Baroness says, life equals one damn thing after another. Am I just going to flip through this enormous collection of beautiful Frank O'Hara and find it? Because I promise you, upon my soul and honor, I sat at the dining room table last night. Maybe that was like a first lines thing. So let's try again. That is a first lines index. We want just a titles index. Miss Z will get it together. Lines for the fortune cookies, 465. Well, good, because we would have had to do some serious freaking flipping there to just stumble on that. Frank O'Hara. I believe he died in 1965 or 69. Lines for the fortune cookies. I think you're one. So just picture yourself opening up these fortune cookies, okay, and getting these lines. Lines for the fortune cookies. I think you're wonderful, and so does everyone else. Just as Jackie Kennedy had a baby boy, so will you, even bigger. You will meet a tall, beautiful blonde stranger, but you will not say hello. You will take a long trip, and you will be very happy, though alone. You will marry the first person who tells you your eyes are like scrambled eggs. In the beginning, there was you. There will always be you, I guess. You will write a great play, and it will run for 3 performances. Please phone the Village Voice immediately. They want to interview you. Roger L. Stevens and Kermit Bloomgarden have their eyes on you. Relax a little. One of your most celebrated nervous tics will be your undoing. Your first volume of poetry will be published as soon as you finish it. You may be a hit uptown, but downtown you're legendary. Your walk has a musical quality which will bring you fame and fortune. You will eat cake. Who do you think you are anyway, Jo Van Vliet? Actress of the old days. You think your life is like Pirandello, but it's really like O'Neill. I don't know what that means. A few dance lessons with James Waring, and who knows, maybe something will happen. That's not a run in your stocking, it's a hand on your leg. I realize you've lived in France, but that doesn't mean you know everything. You should wear white more often. It becomes you. The next person to speak to you will have a very intriguing proposal to make. A lot of people in this room wish they were you. Have you been to Mike Goldberg's show? Al Leslie's, Lee Krasner's? Have you? Oh, I just read that one. At times, your disinterestedness may seem insincere to strangers. Now that the election's over, what are you going to do with yourself? You are a prisoner in a croissant factory and you love it. You eat meat. Why do you eat meat? I eat meat. Beyond the horizon, there's a veil of gloom. You too could be Premier of France, if only, if only. And that concludes Lines for the Fortune Cookies by Frank O'Hara. And my favorite at the moment, there's so many favorites, but I love the one about how your disinterestedness seems insincere. I can just like, oh, really? But you're thinking, oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you. And of course, in all of the Frank O'Hara rigmarole, I have misplaced our list of things to do. I'm pretty sure next. Oh, look. There it was. All the fanfare for nothing. Okay. We're going to string a pearl. By golly, it's time to string a pearl. I hope I'm on time to work. I hope my husband's on time to work because, wow, setback after glorious setback. I had in mind maybe I would just do a day of non-digital, visceral poetry. And, as if it were the old days and I was living by the light of a candle. He shouted at the bagpipes. That's our pearl for today's drawing. String a Pearl poem is where we assemble a poem throughout the month of April, line by line. I thought I was going to miss a day today. I'm so jazzed that this came together. However funky. So I collect a little can full of lines that I kind of create through the year, through probably starting in January usually, and then draw them out one at a time to assemble a complete poem at the end of the month. With the help of the universe, will be an ebook. Will also be a hard copy this year. I've got a lot of art going into it, so hopefully that will come together. It is a work in progress in its document, and so in its formatting. So let us hope to the Lord Jesus that is super duper, super trooper. Beams are gonna find me, gonna blind me, but I won't feel blue. ABBA. All right, poetry prompt today is Ghost Story Dice. I know I put that in the pocket of my crazy little bag I made from a former tablecloth that belonged on my son's table when he was little. Did some block print pockets inside this pocket, which has Cesare or however you like to say his name, from the cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Ghost Story Dice. Here we are. Yes, I found the guide. Not that we have time to leisurely flip through it today, but let's roll and see what we get. We get these cute little pictures. We have a skull. We have oh, we got the tennis racket again. I'm rolling that one again. I think it's supposed to be a pit in the pendulum. I'm going to just leave that one out because we just don't have time. Let's see, man walking with a cane. Let's see. I don't know what this is. Do you? Is it a little child? Is it a creepy little child? Oh my. I will look at the guide. I will get back to you tomorrow. Again, we got a headless horseman. What is a poem without a headless horseman? This is a thunderstorm with a big black bolt of lightning coming down. This is a woman in black and woman in mourning with her parasol. And what are you? Something. Oh, it's a car. It's a car in the woods. So let's say urban legend flair. And I've got the little book. I'm going to have to put these back in the box as rolled because this is the day we're having. I can't take a picture of it. My phone is kaput. So, well, heavens above. And I put that one in wrong. Oh, it's the thunderstorm. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me while I rebox the ghost story, guys. Those are our prompts for today. Let me read them as I look at them in the box. The mysterious lady in mourning apparel. We've got a man in a suit with a cane. We've got a thunderstorm. We've got a skull at death's head. We've got this creepy little child. We've got a car in the woods or a pickup truck. I think it's a car and a headless horseman. Do with that what you will. I will do my very best to write that down and then like put it right into the notes if it'll let me, because I'm very, tech. What? About tech. So that is that. I want to invite you to create your own lines for fortune cookies and put them in the comments or send them to my little messages at Hipness&Outrage, Hypness_and_outrage on Instagram, or hypness&outrage@gmail.com. Wow, put it all out there. Hope you have a glorious, wonderful, weird, wacky, woolly Wednesday, and that it is full of poetry and joy that I experienced because I actually got this done. Even though this is a jankier sort of camera, it's a very nice laptop that I borrowed from my husband, and I can't believe it worked. I'm so jazzed. I don't know what time it is. So I will be going to work and not wearing my choke chain because I work in a behavior room. You don't wear your long beads to that job because if someone gets mad, they could go for it right there. Garrot. And so I'm going, you have to know these things. This is just part of the job. But I like to wear it because our theme for the String of Pearls poem this year, and the title of the book will be String of Pearls. So I got all kinds of beads and pearls going. Love you so much, poetry freaks. And I hope you'll write along with the prompt. And see you next time. Most of these are on Instagram at Hypness_and_outrage, but I like to do an occasional YouTube, and today just had to. All right. See you later. And stream.